Security forces launch massive search operation at Leimatonching. INC candidate urges ECI to hold re-poll at 6 polling booths of Saitu. India reports 50,356 fresh cases of coronavirus in last 24 hours. And Joe Biden wins US presidency, vows to unify a deeply divided nation. Good afternoon, you're watching Times of Manipur English News. I'm Mandira. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. And now the news in details. Following the gunfight between NSC and IM and Bishnupur Police Commando yesterday near Leimatonching in Bishnupur district, a combined team of Bishnupur Police Commando and 29 Assam Rifles led by Bishnupur District Additional Superintendent of Police Wangkhumba Okramcha carried out a massive search operation in and around the site early this morning. A police report said 2 NSCN cadres were injured during the exchange of fire yesterday, while 3 of them managed to flee the site. No one was arrested during the search operation. A combined team of Bishnupur Commando and 29 Assam Rifles yesterday, after a tip-off that some NSC and IM cadres were extorting money from truck drivers along Old Kachar Road near Leimaton, rushed to the spot to conduct operation. During the operation, a commando team led by officer in charge Y. Shakti Chen came across 5 unknown miscreants on the highway near Leimaton who were extorting money from some truck drivers. On confronting the miscreants, the commando team came under heavy fire from them, a police report said today. Immediately, the combined team of security forces rushed to the spot and pursued the miscreants. Afterwards, there was an exchange of fire between the two sides in the forest area near the highway. After the gunfight subsided, a cordon and search operation was conducted at the spot. During the search, 2 injured persons were found lying on the spot, while 3 other miscreants managed to flee the spot. The arrested disclosed that they were cadres of the NSC and IM and that they had been extorting money from truck drivers on the highway since the last few days. The injured were immediately rushed to the Bishnupur District Hospital for medical treatment. They have been identified as Jaulen Chiru, aged 26 years, son of Pashoing Chiru of Saru Chiru, Kangpokpi, and Zianthiangam Longmei, aged 41 years, son of Lanbulung Longmei of Chinikun village under Kangpokpi. The police recovered 1 AK-47 rifle along with magazine, 1 Chinese-made hand grenade, 1 9mm pistol, 2 9mm live rounds, 5 7.62 mm live rounds, 2 empty cartridges of 9mm rounds from them. A white Maruti van bearing registration number AS01L8305, in which 5 suspected NSC and IM cadres came to the area, was also recovered from the spot. 1 receipt for the book for collecting taxes with the logo of NSC and IM and money amounting to Rs 15,250 were also recovered from the possession of Zianthiangam Longmei. The seized items and the Maruti van along with the incriminating articles were handed over to Bishnupur Police Station for further necessary action, the police report added. INC candidate Dr. Lamting Thang Haokip has demanded re-poll at 6 polling stations in Saitu constituency. 4 assembly segments including Saitu went to by-polls yesterday. Lamting Thang Haokip alleged that BJP supporters indulged in mass proxy voting at polling stations 51 out of 53, Tingkai Kulen 51 out of 4, Mayangkhang Kunau 51-33, Lailong Vaipai 51-50, Khokin 51-5, Tikulen and 51-6, Tikulen B of Saitu constituency. He informed media yesterday a formal complaint has been lodged with the Election Commission of India, ACI, over the matter last evening. Saitu constituency witnessed a straight fight between Ngamthang Haokip of BJP and Lamting Thang of INC in the by-polls. A total of 133,136 voters were eligible to cast vote in the by-polls. Altogether, 13 candidates were in the fray.
Election Commission of India, akoigi returning officer, akoigi district election committee in charge, masimayamna akoina thagatliba ripogi anova ripol taunanabagi ngasai panjakraba nyom chumnana akoigi polling station khara panjakraba polling station madumayam sida ripol taunanabasu concerned authority desu appeal tauzage.
Daily new cases of coronavirus crossed the 50,000 mark again, with India reporting 50,356 cases in the last 24 hours. A media report said with 7,178 cases, Delhi became the top contributor for the first time, ahead of Kerala and Maharashtra. About 54,000 people were declared to have recovered and active cases have come down to 5.16 lakh in the past 24 hours. India's COVID-19 cases have risen to 84,62,081 with 577 new deaths. The death toll has surged to 1,25,562. Meanwhile, the vaccine against the novel coronavirus, when it arrives, will be prioritized on the principle of protecting the health system and pandemic control system and those who have excessive risk of mortality. Niti Aayog member Dr. V.K. Paul, who chairs the National Expert Group on Vaccine Administration for COVID-19, has said, classes 9 to 12 of schools in Maharashtra will reopen from November 23rd, School Education Minister Varsha Gaikwad said yesterday. Gaikwad made the announcement at a video conference held by Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. In Manipur, the coronavirus death toll reached 194 as of now, after 3 persons succumbed to the disease in the past 24 hours at Jenims and Reims. The active cases stand at 3,223, while the recoveries have reached 16,714. The recovery rate is 83.02%, said the Manipur government COVID-19 Command Control Room. Yesterday, altogether, 240 new infections were reported in the state. With this, the state's total tally mounted to 20,131. The fresh cases were reported from Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Kakching, Kangpokpi, Tamenlong, Senapati, Ukhrul, Churachandpur, Tingnopal, Jiribam, Kamjong and Chandel districts. All are locals without any significant travel history. President-elect Joe Biden declared it was time to heal a deeply divided America in his first speech after prevailing on Saturday in a bitter election, even as President Donald Trump refused to concede. As per media reports, Biden's victory in the battleground state of Pennsylvania put him over the threshold of 270 electoral college votes he needed to clinch the presidency, ending 4 days of nail-biting suspense and sending his supporters into the streets of major cities in celebration. The people of this nation have spoken. They have delivered us a clear victory, a convincing victory, Biden told honking and cheering supporters in a parking lot in his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware. The Democrat pledged that as president, he would seek to unify the country and marshal the forces of decency to battle the coronavirus pandemic, rebuild economic prosperity, secure health care for American families, and root out systemic racism. Meanwhile, newly elected Vice President Kamala Harris made history. She recognized the long battle women had faced for the right to vote and to break into the highest ranks of American politics, and said that every little girl watching across the country now knows they can do so too. We'll take a short break here. Keep watching.
Bir Tikendrozit University. Admission open for all courses for the session 2020-21. More than 50 career opportunities available. BA, BSc, BBA, MA, MSc, MBA and many more. For more details, please contact Bir Tikendrozit University, Kanchipur, near Manipur University, Southview 795003, or contact us at 98621 60041. Email ID info@birtikendrozituniversity.com, or visit our website www.birtikendrozituniversity.ac.in. Bir Tikendrozit University, a place where you can achieve more.
Admission form Thazare, Manipur University Kanchipur Manata Laiba Temple of Learning Degree College ki admission form Thazare. Professional course da BBA amasung BCA ne. General course da BA amasung BSc course ne. Loina Temple of Learning toll ki CBSE amasung atopa board ki pass rokpa mahiru sing yengnaga class 11 Science Arts amari Commerce ki mingjan form Thazare. Athubada mingjan dheu akupa marol college amasung school ki office ta ki khambi beagane.
Shopping chatlaga pot team ta leidan hala abra as kadai deno da coronavirus marak sida dukan en taising duna mi ne krek krek ina dana lerame positive ba yaram ne su khangde yaram moi su khangde sauning dana leidan hala edana adu da mukta bu chana wari ti karegi no nangi mobile do hangdo Google Play Store da changaga arambai 2020 download tawsalo aduga apa ma product item sing do loina khallo Horen yum na thila dawn. Aina pa masing du bulo imhangadra ne ma. Yeng de yeng une. Grocery item khakta na tana imung manum gi darkar hoiba potlam sing aduga electric vehicle phawa phangabane.
Hojikti Imphal khakta natana Manipur gi tongan tongan ba mafam sing haibati Thoubal Moirang Sekmai desu arambai 2020 gi service hojari.
Now, enjoy 20% extra on Kangla Popcorn, Kangla Milky Balls and Kangla Rings.
Kangla.
Welcome back. 2 persons sustained critical injuries during a road accident that took place yesterday at Sora village in Kaching district. Our correspondent reports that the mishap happened when a speeding Tata tipper collided with a diesel auto. The auto driver and its occupant were seriously injured in accident. The injured were rushed to Jiban Hospital in Kaching for medical treatment. A case has been registered at Kaching police station regarding the incident. Manipur Students Association Dalim Sad has reaffirmed its solidarity with the deprived minority communities in Assam's Barak Valley and other districts struggling for their rights. A statement released by Masad General Secretary Stone Thokchom stated that the demand of political, social, economic, linguistic and upliftment rights by the minority Mitai and Maintai Muslim is legitimate, taking into account the privileges granted to other backward communities, namely Moran, Montak and Kuch Rajbansi. Masad also adjured the Assam government to look into the situation and take up favorable action. The people of Assam and the people of Manipur have been on good terms since years. The deprived sections including Mitai and Maitai Pangal in Barak Valley and others scattered across Dima Hasao, Nogao, Morigao, Kamrup, Karbi Anglong, Tinsukia and Jorhat have been struggling for their own survival and protection, all at their own level without any political support, Masad mentioned. Public Theatre Artists Association of Foijing observed the 222nd death anniversary of Rajeshri Bhagyachandra at its auditorium located at Foijing Nambol in Bishnupur district yesterday. State awardee H. Visharup, former Union Minister T.H. Chauba, former Minister H. Lokhon and Nambol Municipal Council Vice Chairperson A. Bimola were present on the occasion. The participants paid floral tributes to the photo of Rajeshri Bhagyachandra. Time for another short break. Keep watching.
Khudong chadwa mayam si uziraga collateral security yautana document changdana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani shahida subnatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate tap business loan against property vehicle loan commercial equipment loan commercial vehicle loan ki khudong chaba pizari han loan lobi ki basingi suwana gu makhal gi loan asi lobi ki khudong chaba pizagani akupa marol ki tamba contact tobiro lamjingba finance nagamapal contact number 7085831502 natraga 9862629399.
Yumdagi hek chathokiba matamda chingnadaba ngamde selu charuba firol da su virus asi adum pusilakpa yabagi akiba lei
Firol da virus changandanaba Bharat amasung America na scientifically yanaraba India gi ahanba virus cover spray Nano coating asina pung nifunipan fawa virus ngakthok pangame Firol da kapi duna virus tagi ngakthok piu Virus coverage sizinabiu chingnabiganu Khanghanjaba Tom Cable subscriber singda yamna nungaiba pau amatang khanghanjari madudi Tom Cable asi pay channel on bagaloinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya pibada natana ayet apan yaudana ehenba services kaya piduna miyam gi thogal mapung phana tawba ngamjaragani subscriber singna isa gi connection gi thagi fee online gi khuthangda prepaid mode oina thidok piduna channel asibu apan ba yaudana nungaina yengbinaba nolukchari matau karamna online gi khuthangda thagi fee thigadagi haibadu athuba matamda miyamda soidun khanghanjaraklagani khanghanjariba Tom Cable.
Welcome back. Preshorjit Sanglapam, a social worker today, handed over a sanitizer booth to the members of Helping Hands Thangdongju Kendra at Kongba Bazaar. Preshorjit Sanglapam expressed serious concern over the rapid surge in COVID-19 cases across the globe. In order to curb the pandemic, he said, all should follow the necessary steps to fight the virus. BJP State Council member K.H. Ibomcha provided food items to households at Sekta Awang Lekai and Phungdongbam Makha Lekai under Lamlai currently declared as COVID-19 containment zones. Myanmar kicked off its multi-party general elections today as over 37 million eligible voters go to the polls across the country. The polls mark the second general election for the National League for Democracy, led by State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi under the current constitution. The media report said the NLD won a landslide last time around in 2015 before taking the reins of government the following year. In the elections, the ruling NLD fielded 1,106 candidates, while the Union Solidarity and Development Party USDP had 1,089 to run for the parliamentary seats. President Owen Mint and State Councillor Suu Kyi are contesting seats for the House of Representatives, Lower House, and Vice President Henry Van Thieu is representing Shin State's constituency for a seat in the House of Nationalities. Now the newspaper headlines. The Shanghai Express. By polls record 92.54% turnout. COVID-19 SOP virtually thrown to the wind. Midway through 11th Manipur Legislative Assembly, 4 assembly constituencies vote for fresh MLAs. The People's Chronicle. By elections record high turnout. COVID safety norms flouted. Wangoi by poll. 12 COVID-19 patients cast votes. NSC and IM duo hurt in gunfight with SFs. Imphal Free Press this Sunday. By polls conclude peacefully, 92.54% voter turnout recorded amid COVID-19 fear. Joe Biden beats Donald Trump to win US presidential election. Manipur Mail. Voting done for 4 assembly segments with good turnout. 3 die, 240 new cases. 622 recover. Now the top news headlines once again. Security forces launch a massive search operation at Leimatonching. INC candidate urges ECI to hold re-poll at 6 polling booths of Saitu. India reports 50,356 fresh cases of coronavirus in last 24 hours. And Joe Biden wins US presidency, vows to unify a deeply divided nation. This is all for now. Keep watching Times of Manipur.